Good morning and welcome to day 7 of our Long Trail Southbound Thru hike. We are getting on the trail at just before 7 o'clock, like 6:55. This was our stealth site last night. Other than the grass being matted down a little bit, you can hardly tell that it is there. And we are going to be picked up by a friend tonight and go to the scout camp where our son used to work. One of our sons used to work, freight train, who hiked the Long Trail with us. And we are looking forward to getting cleaned up tonight. So this morning starts with a very short road walk before we go into the woods here. Easy walk to start the morning. Turn back into the woods off the road. You can see the stream through the trees there. 7.5 miles to Johnson. So a lot of Vermont used to be totally deforested mainly for sheep farming in the mid to late 1800s. Here is an old stone fence along the trail. It had to have taken a lot of ambition to make fences with all those stones. I was just saying to Tup that this is kind of one of the most underrated chunks of the Long Trail. It's beautiful, a lot of water on the trail from Round Top Shelter to the Corliss Camp. Is just, you've got a lot of different views than you get on the rest of the trail. But still very beautiful, and it's kind of cruisy walking too, so I like that as well.
All creatures great and small. So, we've seen some moose track. And this is one of the smaller creatures. We got a little millipede on the trail here.
So there's a sign here talking about how the Long Trail crosses private land and is open to the public. And you can see the sap lines used for gathering sap for boiling into maple syrup in the spring, late winter. We just came out of the woods over there across Plot Road. Even though this is a dirt road, it seems fairly heavily traveled, so watch out because it's on another curve and cars come by pretty quick. So, but you can hear them coming. So we are continuing heading south. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go to Prospect Rock because it is closed for peregrine falcon nesting. So if you're doing a thru hike before August 1st, you're not going to be able to get up to the views on Prospect Rock. We are coming up to the Round Top shelter. We're going to take a pack off break here and maybe get some water. We'll see. This is one of the more unique shelters on the Long Trail. I consider it maybe the most unique. We have spent a couple nights in here in the past. So it's got a little area which has been used as a woodshed in the past off the end of it. And then a bench and table over here, which honestly I don't remember being there because I know we had some guys that slept over in there one time. Skylights, just a neat shelter. And then if you're actually here on a sunny day, you can catch a sunset off out the backside of the shelter. We are obviously a little early for the sunset, and that's okay. That was the plan. So we are at the water source for Round Top Shelter, the second pump on the trail. If you're going southbound, the only two. And this one's a little bit different, that you pour the water down the shaft of the pump itself to get it working, as opposed to the tube next to it, like at the one at Shooting Star. One of the rare spots on the Long Trail where we can hike side by side. It's a short road walk, so we're taking advantage of being side by side. We are making our way down Prospect Rock, which is kind of in a way a bummer because it's closed until August 1st, which is understandable, good reason why, for protecting peregrine falcon nesting. So you get the climb or the descent without the benefit of the view from the top. We are about to cross the suspension bridge over the Lamoille River. This one's not as bouncy as some of the other ones. Very grateful to have this to cross. Here comes Tup to cross the bridge. She waited until I got across because she knows I like to make them bounce. Thankfully the trail has been rerouted because this is where it used to go. It was much easier to get up from the river area down here. It's a small step up over there and the trail comes up over that way. Much easier now. Trail winds around here. Thankful we don't have to go up these giant rocks. In a way, I'm surprised we don't. but it bends around here. And some punching. Yeah. Very steep rock over there. We are almost to the end of Division 11. It's a field walk. Route 15 is right up there, and Route 15 is where Division 11 ends and Division 10 begins. We have completed Division 11 of the Long Trail. This is Route 15. You can see the sign where the Long Trail goes behind the cemetery here. And we will be starting Division 10. We won't be doing much of that today. Long, hard division coming up. We are now walking on the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. One of our favorite sections of the Long Trail. This, as I can say, is easy hiking. This is our end of day recap for days 7 and 8. On day 7 we hiked from our stealth site to the Johnson hardware store, where our friend Hawkeye picked us up and brought us to Mount Norris Scout Reservation, and we got to clean up there. Then day 8.
And promote the Long Trail.
Yep.
There were 2 other end-to-end hikers there. Yep. Hawkeye himself and
the program director at camp, and Randy Gates. He has hiked the Appalachian Trail twice as well. And so it was nice to see a lot of friends and clean up. And then we heard about this storm coming and did some hemming and hawing and decided to get off trail for a day and take a zero. So Hawkeye brought us back to his house in Richmond, and then our son Zach brought us home to our house here. That's in our background. And we took a 0 day yesterday, and that was definitely needed. I'm going to insert some photos of the rain gauge at Hawkeye's house. They actually wound up with 5 inches of rain. At the time of the photo, it was 3 inches of rain. And the radar picture from day 8, what it was looking like. So it was a good decision to get off trail. And there's going to be some changes coming up in the next video, but we'll talk about those in that one. So we're going to have our grumbles and gratitudes for kind of day 7 and 8.
Grumble for day 7 was the humidity has definitely been an issue last week or so, and having gone from elevation down into the Lamoille River area, there was at least an 11-degree drop in temperature, or raise in temperature from where we were to where we got to, and the humidity, man, that was rough. So that was definitely one of my grumbles. My gratitudes are that there are places with AC that we were able to get to afterward to kind of refresh, and that even in amidst each of those hot steps there were still some interesting things to see along the way, and father and son that were fishing right down there in the river having a good time. So even amidst the challenges, there are some positives coming out of it.
My grumble is that the storm coming. Vermont did not need that. It's exact same date as the floods, or like within a day of the floods last year. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be as bad, but it's definitely still caused a lot of damage. So that's a grumble. Gratitude is friends and family helping us out, and being able to get off trail and get cleaned up. and trying to be flexible, which is not something I'm good with. I'm a planner. I like to have Megamind likes to have his schedule laid out. So right now it's stretching my comfort zone as far as my plans go. But we look forward to bringing you some more footage very soon, and see you on the trail.
Have a blessed day.